Alrighty. Well, I want to do one video before I go shopping today, and I'm gonna kind of kick off my channel. I said I'd do a few reviews, so I'm gonna review some horror movies I've watched recently. So I guess I'll just start right now. Um, I'll start with American Mary. Now, this movie, Jen and Sylvia, the Twisted Twins, I've already praised them for the last couple months, not even just the film, but their work alone, because they work with my favorite artist, Kevy. But I finally decided to give the film American Mary a try, and I was pleasantly surprised. I was pretty blown away. It was a little campy and a little cheesy, and the ending was a little unresolved, but it was still a great movie. Of course, you know, if you're not a gore person or any of that, it's definitely not your thing, and it's definitely sexual. So, but it was just a great movie. Let's see. Next would be VHS 1 and 2. Now, this is just my opinion of the movies. I thought they were amazing. I absolutely loved them. I've watched both of them multiple times. The second one is definitely better than the first one, but they're both great movies. They're a little cheesy, they're not the best horror movies out there, but they're really good for a good laugh. Sometimes they can make you jump. They're super great. Another set of movies I really enjoyed was the Grave Encounters movies. Really underrated movies. Those two are fantastic. I mean, boom, like, the twists and turns were so out there. It was just, I was so blown away. The actors and the script, and these definitely should have had more, you know, hype, because they are just so worth it. These movies were amazing. So definitely check both those out. Next one I recently watched was The ABCs of Death. Now, I gotta tell you, and I know a lot of people really like this movie, I was a little disappointed. It just seemed like a lot of cheap gore and over-sexualization. I mean, I didn't really like it. There was a few that I liked. You know, T is for Toilet, and, you know, Unearthed and Quack. Those were funny. But like the final sequence and O and L, over sexualized, and then there's scenes like M where it was poorly executed. I'm not saying I'd never watch it again, because it is a good laugh to laugh at the really bad directors. And I know you don't understand, it's art. You know, I don't get it. This is bad art. Not all art is good art. I will be watching the second one, which is coming out later this year, because it is featuring the Twisted Twins that directed American Mary. I don't know what part they're doing yet, but it's also featuring Tristan Risk, who played Beatrice in American Mary, and Kevy did the soundtrack. So, at least their part's gonna be good. So, next movie would be Smiley. That. Now, I, avoided this movie like the plague for a couple years, because I just saw it was like some stupid YouTube movie. This is gonna be horrible. But then I started, you know, seeing, GIFs and pictures and scenes and videos and everything from the movie, and it's like, well, let me go watch the trailer. So I watched the trailer, and then I really wanted to see it. So I downloaded it and I watched it, and my favorite movie of all time now. The plot twist on the end will give you whiplash. I mean, like, wow. I just love that movie. It's a mind game, it's extraordinary. And I very much loved it. Let's see. Um, well, I recently watched second Silent Hill movie, and definitely just as good as the first one. I really want a third one now, like begging for a third one. If there's no third one, I'm gonna be very disappointed. I mean, it would make sense for them to do a third one since they already made so much money through the video games and everything. So. But I'm definitely interested in that. Hopefully a sequel from that. I don't really think there's anything else. That seems like my newest lineup of movies I've watched in the past couple weeks, maybe a month or two. So that's what I thought of them. You can leave in a comment down below what you thought of them, and don't forget to like me. And subscribe to my page. I'll be doing more of this. Yeah. See you on the flip side.